All right, what is going on? We're live. We are live from the office here. Let's wait for some people to get in here. Let's see. I did see that Cash is King is planning to go live later, so we will be cutting this off and yielding to him to make sure that we're not stepping on any toes, you know. Let's see. I don't see anyone in the chat yet. I'm a little earlier than usual, so it may just be a little early. But let's see. Okay, we got Nublarg in here. What's going on? What's going on? Hold on. There's more coming in. Ryan Peterson, John David, David Cooper Ryder, Daniel Johnson, Adrian Campos over there in the heat. I heard it's hot in California, man. I heard it's hot. Captain John, what's going on? I heard it's hot in California out there too. I heard it's blistering. Joe Gampa. Let's see. Saw you on Cash, same part of 24. Hood content. Yeah. I'm definitely the hood truck guy out here. I need to get it cleaned up and stuff, but does Nick give out wrenches? I do sometimes. Yeah, I do. Let's see. All right. So here's what if you guys notice, there should be down where you do the super chats, there's actually going to be a membership button down there. And I'll mention this a couple times tonight, but I figure I might as well say it once now for all of you early birds. Basically, I never intended on having a membership on my channel because I don't really provide. I'm not really a teaching channel, so I feel like I don't have like that type of content to provide you guys with great information. Now, I understand that some information kind of gets filtered into my channel through my experience, but that's not the main thrust of my my channel. So I went ahead and I made basically YouTube said, hey, if you start a membership program, we're going to give you money. And not money like not just because you guys are going to pay each month, but because like they're going to give me a bonus on top of whatever that is. So I chose one of the cheaper of the membership options. And so what I figure the main thing that'll happen with the membership is I'll end up giving you guys I think I'm going to do a whole live just with members once a month. And I think that's going to be the main thing is like, hey, you pay $2.99 a month and then you come in and you hang out with me. Thank you, Cash and DIY. That's funny. You guys are my first two members and two guys that have memberships on your channel and I'm not a member. that's too much. That's too much. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. But yeah, thank you guys for doing that. And let's see. What happened to the Bengals? Couldn't bear my Bears. That was last year, man. I don't know. That was last year. Jessica from the other room. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go live. So feel free to come in and join. Let's see. I'm going to try and skip through this. So I always have a hard time keeping up with the comments. Super chats help with that. Hint, hint. But also the membership thing will end up, working into that where I may. So there's a couple different options I can do. I can start a live just for members and then open up or as the chat just for members. So only members can be in the chat and then so you guys can get your questions in first. I just got to figure out how to do that with StreamYard. because I know you can do that like within the YouTube app. I just don't know if I can do that within StreamYard. So I'll figure it out. But that is the one benefit that I feel like, hey, this is something that actually, a lot of people get hurt feelings that I don't read their comments in the comment, on a live. But really, it's hard for me to keep up. I've already fallen way behind here. So there it is. Cash is King was the first member of the Velox partners right there. So thank you, Cash. Thank you, Cash. And DIY Semi, not far behind them. You guys know what's up. And like I said, I'll have to. I'll have to. He said, "Hi. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming to subscribe. I mean, to be in your membership. I'm assuming this membership comes with the DM where you send me naughty pictures. Cash, that's not part of the membership, but that can be part of our friendship if you really want it. It's all above the waist though. I don't go below the waist. I just mainly just the chi-chis. All right, those are fair game. In fact, I took my shirt off when I was washing my truck the other day, and it was like, I don't know why I did that. Put that on YouTube for everybody. So Michael the Trucking Guy, thanks for the membership. Let's see. Stephen Baxter, DIY is a smart man. He knows his trucking. Definitely. I have been utilizing his knowledge for a long time. Amsel Adam said, "What's up, Nick? How long have you been on? I just saw the notification. I just started, man. 6 minutes and 45 seconds. So that's good. Let's see. Road Life said thunderstorms in Mississippi. Yeah, there's been Mississippi and some other places have been getting hammered. It seems like this week. Not so much here in Tennessee. Let's see. Yeah, I'm back on the tubes. I took the weekend off. I had some footage stocked up, so I had videos out. The only day I didn't was Sunday, and then now today's Monday, and we're doing or Tuesday. Dang it, Tuesday. I don't know. I don't remember what day it is. I shouldn't even talk about it. Yeah, Jessica says she has been a member for only over 20 years. Well, for real though, like, don't pay for it because that's my money too. We don't need to give YouTube any more of our any more of our money. Let's see. So does this membership come with free mustache wax? Yeah, I haven't thought about any of the like doing any merch perks. I don't do my own merch. I just set it up for YouTube to do it for me and leave it at that. So yeah, I don't have any merch to hand out to people who have become members, but you do get that cool little old school logo. You notice that's the same logo I used on the thumbnail for this. Kind of cool. Let me go through and make sure. Okay, I'm adding some moderators here. Please bear with me. There's some people that have been faithful for a while and who have asked to be moderators, and now most of you guys are there. All right, let's see. Rogue Knight, am I in the closet? No, I am in my office, and closet behind me, and I got the German Mauser up there mounted, and yeah, this is my little man cave. Now that Miles is off at college, I got myself an office. So BT Trucking said it's 115 degrees in Turlock, California. No, thank you. I am like totally happy with 80 something degrees and 90% humidity. I'm cool, man. Let's see. Rick Torres, what's going on? Hey, I remember that. Yeah, we were in New Albany, Mississippi. I remember that. I was delivering over there, and yeah, not too far from Oxford, actually, where Miles is going to school now, my oldest son. So kind of cool. Let's see. Oh, Fate Trucking's a member. All right. DIY gave me $10 to take away Fate's wrench. Hey, Fate, you're gonna have to. Oh wait, hold on, hold on. Now he just gave me $20. I can't take his wrench away now. I was about to do it too. Like, hey, whoever wants to pay me the most money. Anyway, Fate Trucking. How do I get rich and stay at home and do live shows? Share the secrets, bro. What you do is you sit on the DAT load board for 8 hours today, and you try and like plan different loads, and you're like, man, I want to get up to Wisconsin, those potato loads. So I'm trying to triangulate from over here, and well, maybe I'll go over here first, and then all the good loads get scooped up, and you're sitting there with all the leftovers. You're sitting there with the leftovers of the leftovers, and you're like, man, I need to do something today to like be productive. And so you go live. That's what you do. That's the secret, bro. And the DAT load board was being just terrible today. It kept crashing, it kept booting me out. It wouldn't let me log back in. And then when it would let me log in, the load list wouldn't even populate. I'd be searching and nothing would be coming up. So anyway, Captain John said, glad I'm missing all that heat. I'm currently in North Carolina. That's right. You said you cruised through my neighborhood.
Of course.
Of course. You want to come say hi to everybody? There's lots of people watching. There is 87 people watching.
Time to go. Time to get ready.
Hey, there's 87 people watching. Can you say hi, 87?
I see you said it.
Hi, 87. That's awesome. All right. Let's see. John Elliott said, I think I'm just YouTube illiterate, but how do you do the member thing? So down there in the comment section, if you click on the comment bar down at the bottom, there should be a little like $ icon, and you click on that, and it'll give you options to do like super chats, and then one of them will be become a member. It's $2.99 a month, and like I said, I'm going to do one live for sure every month that will be exclusively for members, and then my other idea is to try to go full on do like open up like the first 15 minutes or so where the chat is only allowed for members, so that everyone can get all the members can get their questions in first, and because I can't get to all the comments, it's really tough. So let's see. Yeah, everyone's saying hi to Gus. Jessica said he heard you from the dining room. Yeah, I'm kind of loud. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Let's see. Go truck yourself. Said, hope you guys are enjoying the new place. I run the Southeast. I'll run into you one of these days. Not literally, hopefully. Yeah, really. Hopefully we don't get caught in one of these downpours and you're not one of those guys flying 80 miles an hour by. Wow. But you're going to turn off the light, buddy? Can we keep it on? Please? Okay. Let's see. Cash is King had a funny one. He said, I want to put this money towards taking away the Fate Wrench Fund. All right. Now we're at 60 to 20. So Fate, you're down 40, bro. You got to come up with I'm auctioning off Fate's wrench right now. This is happening. We didn't get any loads today, so I'm resorting to auctioning off wrenches today. This is what we're doing. Go truck yourself. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Here we go. Road Dog Trucking said, I've been faithful since you did your video of how much you paid for the Pete. Okay, yeah.
Of course.
Yep. That is that's a while, man. Before I got the Peterbilt, those are the old school subscribers. Once I got the Peterbilt, then people started noticing because the thumbnails got infinitely cooler. When you have a long hood Peterbilt to put in the thumbnail, people start being like, oh, wow, hey. Anyway, so
What is it?
let's see. What's up, Velox from North Carolina? Another North Carolina. What's up, Seven Seas? Let's see. Road Dog said, yeah, while I was unloading the tanker. Yeah, that was old school, man. When I was running the tanker stuff, I was doing, yeah, that was a while back. I keep telling people like, yeah, I've been doing YouTube for like a year and a half. I'm like, wait, it's like two and a half. I don't even know how long now. It's been a while. Let's see. Let's see. Someone asked a question. I needed to see it. There it is. D-Boy Trucker 80 said, how is Gus adapting with the new place? Gus, how are you doing? Are you good? They're asking how you're doing. Are you doing good? How do you like school? What's your teacher's name? Is it Miss Alicia? He's giving me the silent treatment right now. But yeah, he's doing good. He's in a typical kindergarten class. For those of you who don't know, he's my 5-year-old son with autism. So he's on the autism spectrum. So being in a typical class, it has been challenging. We thought it might be a little early for him to do that, but we wanted to kind of give it a try. He's doing good though. Like overall, he's doing good. He loves the property. He loves kind of being out in the acre and a half that we have, and he's enjoying it. He's doing well. It may not seem like it to his teacher, but to us, he's come home and he has way more language than he had before, and so. Sorry, I had a little bug on the screen. I had to kill it. DIY Semi, Trucking, and More said, in your videos, it looks like you prefer long black Peters. Is this true? I'm more of a Snickers guy, man. More of a Snickers guy. There you go. Christian Clark said, oh, snap. Jessica getting country. She's been a little country. A little bit. Oh, we got someone from Sweden. Where was that other person? I gotta try and scroll up. There was someone else from international. There it is, Adelaide, Australia. That's awesome. We're going international. Velox International, huh, Gus? Let's see. There we go. Fake Truck and say, Cash hates me today. He's just jealous of my good looks. He's just jealous of your Mac, bro. He's in that Cascadia. He's jealous of the Mac. That Mac truck. Let's see. No, look at see? At least Jessica sees my messages. Nick just be scrolling on by. It must be because I'm not a member. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And when you're a member, it actually does highlight your thing over here, your comment on StreamYard. So definitely will make it easier for me to make sure that your comment gets read. So it's tough to keep up, and I don't want to fall too far behind, because then it's less like we're having a conversation and more like I'm just talking the whole time. And let's just be honest, I talk enough. That's just it's better when it feels like an interaction and less like I'm just replying to comments you guys made 30 minutes ago, and then I might ask you a question about something you said 30 minutes ago, and then it's gonna take me 30 minutes to get your answer to that question, and it's like an hour in between. It's worse than sending letters through the U.S. mail, man. Yeah, Road Dog Truckin' said DAT has been acting crazy since yesterday. Yeah, man. I'm like, I know other people, there's other load boards out there, and I probably should look into it, because it does crash enough to kind of make it frustrating. And I have all the apps, I have Coyote app, JB Hunt, TQL, so I can get a load, but it's in a market like this, I need to see all of the options, because someone needs a load moved for a decent rate somehow, some way. I had a couple of those loads pop up today, and then I hesitated on pulling the trigger because they're going to different places that I'm not used to going, different markets, different freight lanes. And so I just kind of, I I hesitated because I wanted to see, oh, is there any loads coming out of North Carolina tomorrow? Or, oh, how many miles is it for me to get over here so that I can get to where I really want to go? So I just kind of, yeah, I've had a hard day of trying. I actually made a video about just trying to find a load on the DAT load board, and I talked a lot about it. So I won't talk too much about it because that'll just be a spoiler for tomorrow's video. But John said, "Hey Nick, no joke. I've been doing this 22 years and literally have the same truck as you, but a day cab, 22 black DigiDash and all. You should know I watch your videos to learn how to be a better dude." Thanks, man. Thanks. But I don't have a DigiDash. Just so you know, I got it before July. I got mine. Mine actually was one of the first 2022s to roll off the lot, because I believe the first was a Friday, Saturday and Sunday was the 2nd and the 3rd of January of 2022, and January 4th was like the first work day of the year, and that's when mine rolled across. So mine was a 2022 that was built in 2021, but in January of 2021. So it was like, I mean, I've been running this thing for a year and a half already, and it's still 2022. Somehow I don't know. That's how it worked out. Let's see. Chris Walsh TV, what's going on? What's going on? Thanks for coming in. I got to put that up there. Thanks, sweetheart. He is the best guy. Thanks for watching. I think I'm kind of cool. I'm not conceited or like, cocky or nothing, but I would hang out with me. Sorry, that's dumb. Let's see. D-Boy Trucker 80 said, my son has autism also. That's why I'm asking. Were they able to keep the same rules on his IEP? Tomorrow is IEP, tomorrow morning. So I actually, because I didn't find a load today, I may be able to go to that IEP meeting, which I went to the first one he ever had, and I haven't been able to make it to another one since then because I've been trucking. So he's had maybe 4 or 5 IEP meetings, maybe more than that. Jessica, you're gonna have to help me out because I've missed them all, so I don't know exactly how many there has been. But yeah, so our IEP like got transferred over, but how much of that like they don't do things exactly the same in Tennessee schools as they do in California schools, and so we're working through that. But he is in a typical classroom right now with no additional supports other than they can call the special ed person for their school to come in and help if he needs it. So let's see. There you go. Christian Clark said, I'm from Tennessee. I live in West Tennessee, over there by Memphis. Maybe if I go over there and get some ice cream out of Covington, Tennessee, we can. Chris Jenkins, what is going on? Brother from the same exact mother. Yo. Go check yourself. So I've been rolling with you for about a year and a half. Still enjoy your videos. I haven't worn you out yet. I can wear some people out, man. I can. It's kind of a curse when you talk so much and when you got high energy. People kind of get tired of it after a while. Let's see. I need to catch up to these super chats so we can see those. John Elliott said, need to get yourself a run down here to Birmingham. Funny thing, I missed out on a load down to Montgomery because I was trying to see what was going on down in Alabama. And I decided, like, man, you know what? I think I'll deliver to Montgomery, and then I'll hop down to Birmingham, and then I'll take a short hop over to Atlanta, and then I'll just come home for the weekend since this is kind of a short week. And so I kind of decided to do that. And by the time I went back to book that load down to Montgomery, it had already been scooped up. They're offering $1,500 to go 280 miles down to Montgomery. So I should have just jumped on it and figured it out afterwards. I mean, that almost is good enough to just do the round trip, but I was too much in my own head. There's so many options being around Nashville. I mean, you're a day's drive away from half the country. I mean, I can be in New York if I want to be, or I can be in Florida if I want to be, or I can be in Texas if I want to be, or I can be in like Minnesota or Wisconsin if I want to be. So it's like I have all these options: Kansas City, St. Louis, Charlotte. I mean, Virginia. I could go anywhere. Baltimore. All of that's a day's drive away, but it's hard to it's hard to kind of make that decision in the spur of the moment because I'm like trying to figure out all these different lanes and there's just a lot of lanes to figure out. So Fake Trucking says, I have way more money than this cash guy. Thanks again, bro, for getting me out of the truck the other day. Dang, the hundo. That's crazy. That's crazy, Fate. And you wanted to split dinner with me? Well, you just more than split dinner with me right there, bro. I told him when you're eating in someone else's town and they invite you to eat with like with them, then that's just how it works. You cover the bill. You're just one guy, and I wouldn't have invited you if I couldn't afford it. Just because I was giving my son a hard time because my kids don't have any understanding of money, like no concept of money at all. So I always give them a hard time when they're trying to order food because they're like, well, can I get this? And then can I also get this and this? And I'm like, I mean, if there's like a combo that slaps those things together, go for it. But if we're doing a like a la carte here, it's gonna be a tough sell for me. So Cash said, how's your country music career coming along? Well, that is why I decided to move close to Nashville. But I've been told I don't wear the right boots and that I sing too well. So no need for auto-tune on this voice. So that just kind of takes me out of the current country music style that's there. So, that's you'll have to join the Martin membership club I'm starting. Hey man, YouTube dangles money in front of me. I'm a sucker. I'll be honest. I'm a straight sucker for YouTube. I don't love taking money from you guys, but if YouTube's offering me more money, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Look, yeah, you got peeps in here that would want to do that. See that? Hey, who said, someone up here said they were sent by Nick Weber, and I gotta scroll back up to that because here we go. Sloan Trucking TV found your channel through Nick Weber. That's crazy, man. When I met that dude, I mean, he had that bad truck. He had just bought it like a week earlier. He was on his first load. He was out to California. I met him, and I was like, hey man, do you mind if I take some like video for my YouTube channel? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, I have a YouTube channel. I just haven't done anything with it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, cool. Why don't I like shout you out and we'll, put your truck on the thumbnail and then try and send people your way. And so I did all that and we made the video. And then I'm like talking to him on the phone all the way to Vegas. We were from Barstow. And so I'm talking on the phone with him. He's a cool dude. And then I look up his channel. I'm like, bro, you've literally got less subscribers than I have family members. like you haven't even gotten your own like mom to subscribe to you right now. I think you had 3 subscribers. And I was like, oh man, well maybe my little help, won't really do much. And so, well, just put out some videos. You gotta put out at least 10 videos before you decide, that you want to be on YouTube or not or whatever. So he starts putting out a few videos. Well, dude, that truck's freaking awesome. If you guys haven't checked out Nick Weber's channel, you should go check it out. He's like young trucker with like this 380 wheelbase, custom built Kenworth. And these guys up in Wisconsin built it. I forget their names. Some of you up from that direction might know them, but they built this huge wheelbase Kenworth, and they put like this little platform on the back for like the motorcycle. Plus, it has the 5th wheel to hook up to the trailer. I mean, the thing is so long, and he trucks that thing around, and he puts snowmobiles on there. He's like part trucker, part like extreme sports guy. He does some crazy stuff. I saw some snowboarding video footage that he did. So anyway, I like Nick Weber's channel, and it's blown up. He blew up like right off the bat, and so I take a little bit of credit for that, but not too much. I mean, he makes cool videos, and his truck's batical, seriously batical. Let's see. Brandenburg said, would you consider running out to California? I know of a carrier in Wisconsin with customer freight both ways. You know, I would. Yeah, it's the hard part's getting to Wisconsin, man. I've been trying to get to Wisconsin for like 2 weeks and trying to figure out, okay, where does it pay to go to Wisconsin? Because it's not from any of the places I've been. All right. So I actually searched today, like, okay, how would I get to just like Madison or Eau Claire? How do you pronounce that? Eau Claire? I don't know. Whatever. These cities in Wisconsin. I'm just like trying to get to like somewhere in Wisconsin so I can try and tap in on that potato season that's going on up there. And you know, I'm not having a lot of luck. I'm not having a lot of luck. But hey, tomorrow's another day. I put myself in a market. The load picks up tomorrow night, actually, so silly, but that's just the way it worked out. And then it delivers the next morning. So on Thursday morning, I'll be in Ohio. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might just come right back to Tennessee and recoup and lick my wounds over the weekend, watch some football, NFL season starting, and then go back out and try it again next week to try and find something that might work a little better. I got a little fly in here that's bugging the heck out of me. Pretty fly for a white guy. Yeah, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Let's see. There it is. I actually live like 10 minutes from Covington and Ripley. I know exactly where you picked up from. Yeah, it's pretty cool out there. Pretty cool out there. Man, I gotta catch up to you guys. I'm trying. There's some serious, some good questions. John said, so you used to run tanker. Why the change to reefer? I've done skateboard for 15 years now. A reefer before that, and considering a change. I was leased on when I ran the tanker. They had the contract. When I decided to go out on my own authority, you kind of need contracts to run tanker. If you're going to buy a tanker, I mean, I've looked on the DAT load board for any tanker loads that are on the load board. They're on the spot market, and there's not any. So I think that is the issue, is the if you're on the spot market, you kind of need van, reefer, or flatbed. It's hard to do kind of more specialized stuff, and tanker's a little bit more specialized. So let's see. Amory said all children or adult get an IP in Sweden as it is now, but crisis is maybe getting it bad. Crisis? I might be misreading that. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's funny to kind of learn about autism here, because it really does. It's like, man, we all could use an IEP. Like we all learn a little different, and some of the things that are behaviors that are specific to autism, my other kids have done in the past, but it's just not coupled, or it's not like the whole group of behaviors together. It's like kind of here and there. Like my one son would stem. They call it stimming when kids with autism, they kind of just like have to get their energy out somehow, and they like they flap their hands and stuff like that. My son Miles just went to Ole Miss on with a 4.5 something GPA, and he used to flap his hands when he played video games. And then as he got older, he would still do it, but he found like a more like he would do this, and so he'd go, and it's a little less like it draws less attention than the flapping of the hands. So let's see. Have I made any contacts at Pillsbury? No, I haven't. Mike C. And you live over by my in-laws, man. They live. If you turn on that road where World Outreach is, you go right. They live back over there to the right. And yeah, that's a cool area. That's a good area. Tom Brian Murphy, good morning. Good morning. Ryan Brandberg said nothing pays into Wisconsin. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, man. Let's see. Anne-Marie said must sleep time in Sweden is 0140. Yeah, that's late. That's late. Ryan, you can email me, man. Email me. You can go to my about page on YouTube, and it has my email there, and you can email me. Or hit me up on Instagram, velox.18.trucking. Let's see. Adam Bennett, what's up in the Bay Area? California sucks. Come on, heading to Reno tomorrow. How hot is it in the Bay Area? Usually the Bay Area stays pretty cool, but California is just getting just hit right now. There you go. Jessica's got my back, man. She's in the comments helping people find my email address. I like this. Angela Adams. So there's currently only 17 likes on this live. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Is that oh, mine doesn't update. Let me jump out and jump back in and see where we're at now with the we're at 65. All right, 65. But you guys can do a little better than that. I've seen you guys do better than that. 116 you in here. Let's see. Hold on, Tom Brian Murray. Is it Murray? Am I saying it wrong? Why is it? What am I saying wrong? That's how we pronounce Murray. Murray. Is it like lemon meringue pie? Minus the G. Haboonster. What is the rifle above my head? That is a German Mauser. It's more of a souvenir than it is a real deal thing. But the previous owner of this house had the little gun racks already up, so I was like, well, I got a gun to go up there. Kind of looks cool. Can put that there, and I mean it will shoot. It will shoot, but I haven't shot it yet, actually. There you go. Jose Uribe said 98 right now, but it was 98 in the Bay Area, but it was 114 in Tracy. That's silly heat. That's like Texas heat, man. That's like Arizona heat. That ain't no good, man. That ain't no good. Jeremy Lee said, I'm in Yankton, South Dakota for the night. You ever been up this way? No, I haven't. I've rolled through North Dakota and I've rolled across 80, but I haven't gone across South Dakota. Kind of a random that I've never been there, but yeah, I've never been there. Never been there. Here we go. North Country. Evening, Mr. Nick. Keep up that positive energy. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Did I say Murphy? Tom Brian Murphy? Okay. All right. Then I'm glad that I'm not just going crazy because I thought like, man, I've been saying your name wrong for a while then. If it's not Murray, then but Murphy, okay, I might have made that slip. My bad. Let's see here. Sloan Trucking TV said I seen you on 44 in Missouri when you were moving, but my radio wasn't working. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was an interesting trip. Moving my aunt and uncle up there and all that. It was it was a trip. That whole thing. So Kevin Lehman said 115 today in Sacramento. Man, that's gnarly. Yeah, 110 in Paris. That actually isn't that far off of what's normal in Paris, right? Because Paris is over there, kind of almost like, I mean, because I went to school in Marietta, so it was always hotter there than it was other places. But yeah, it was gnarly. Jerry Thornton said, "Is your church service online each Sunday? If so, which church is it?" Yeah, so I just watch the church that's local, that my wife and kids go to when I'm not here. That we go to when I'm home, um, and so it's called Experience Community Church, and we go to the Cannon County campus. There's a lot of C's in there. Experience Community Church, Cannon County campus. That's a tongue twister. Say that 10 times fast. But yeah, so they have a YouTube stream, and so I watch that. Try to keep up and stay connected with what's going on in the local church, and I mean, if you want my all-star preachers that I listen to for edification beyond the Sunday church gathering, I can give you a list of those some other time. We can talk about that. There's some pastors that I like to enjoy their sermons, even though I don't go to their church. But as far as my church service goes, though, I try to, I want to be a part of the church, even though I'm not able to be present all the time. So I listen to the local one there, Experience Community Church in Woodbury, Tennessee, Cannon County. Let's see. John Elliott, do you float gears or double clutch every time? I float gears. I learned how to drive floating gears. I had to learn how to double clutch just to pass my driving exam, because I was told that I needed to do it, or at least fake it, in order to pass my driving exam. So instead of faking it, I just say, well, I should just learn how to do it, because faking it's probably harder than just learning how to do it. So yeah, but I float gears. That is how I was taught, and that's how I drive. Let's see. Jessica, it was in the low 80s today with showers, not missing that stupid California heat. Indeed. Low 80s, a little humid, but it wasn't too bad. A little rain to cool things off too in the middle of the day. So it was good. Cash is King. What's my CB handle? I never really took one, but everyone just hollers Velox at me on the radio now. So that's kind of, I don't know if you have a CB radio in that plastic truck, but if you do, you may hear the the cash. Cash may be your CB handle. So that's what mine is, Velox, apparently, because you don't get to yeah, you don't get to choose your CB handle a lot of times. It's whatever people call you. Isn't that the rule? You're not allowed to give yourself your own nickname. Everyone else gives it to you. Let's see. Dennis Humphrey said it's a different type of heat out west. You sweat your ass off instead of your pits. That's true. That's true. Right here, Jose is out west. He says, "Saludos from Los Baños, California." What's going on, man? Hope you're surviving that heat, man. It's crazy over there. Amzol Adams said the instructor that I tested with didn't care how I shifted, so I floated through the test. Exactly. That's awesome. That works. Dennis Humphrey said, "I thought it was roll the music." Is that my CB handle? Is that what it is? People come and holler at me on the CB. Roll the music. I say a bunch of dumb stuff. A lot of people would probably just go, "Hey!" Oh man. There we go. Gary said, double clutching releases flywheel pressure between shifts. Is that completely necessary? And if so, why is floating gears so common among old school drivers? And is it necessary then? if it does have a purpose, does it is that purpose necessary like every shift, or is it something where if you periodically shift, um, because I do clutch sometimes when I'm downshifting, um, to try to get it into gear a little smoother if I'm kind of shifting out of, yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. Cash said, I have a Cobra 19, thank you. It's upwards of 100-foot range. 100. That thing, that it can go from the front bumper to the back bumper and half the lane next to you. I like that. That's that thing. That thing will get it. John Elliott said, "Yeah, I had to relearn how to shift. I learned on my grandfather's 379, so I went from super smooth to really rough. Yeah, that's kind of part of the gig, man. With each new truck you drive, you tend to have to relearn how to shift and where this truck likes to shift, and sometimes the person who drove that truck before you may not have been as kind to the gearbox as maybe you are, and yeah." So Cash's CV handle is Velox too. So, all right, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna call you Velox anytime I see you. What's up, Velox? Velox 19.2. Let's see. 4 years in an auto. I have 18 speed now. Holy cow! I felt bad for the truck at first. Yeah, that's funny. That's kind of that's kind of funny. I I did an auto for like a few nights when I was renting trucks, and sorry, my brother Micah is calling me. Obviously, he's not watching the live like my other brother is. So, my bad. Sorry, I'll call you back later. The I I didn't love the automatic for what I was doing. I was doing tanker work, unbaffled tankers with liquid molten sulfur that's twice the weight of water. So I like having the control over my shifting a little more, like when it shifted, and getting in and out of Richmond, California. There's like some hills and some stuff, and it just always seemed to give me problems. But I'll be honest, I kind of got in trouble with it a little bit because I kind of started getting like to where I'd be like eating and drinking and, and driving down the road, and I'm like, this is too easy. This is way too easy. I'm like, I got to remember I'm driving a truck. Like I'm driving 80,000 pounds that can do some serious damage if I'm not on my P's and Q's. So yeah, I have a little experience in an auto, but I prefer a stick for that reason mainly, and I like to control it. I'm kind of a type A control freak a little bit. With both feet in the house, hope all is well. We're well on this side. We're still home. 4-day weekend turned into a 5-day weekend, so not for lack of trying today to find a load, but yeah, it was 8 hours of looking of scrolling the load board and making phone calls and jumping on the apps and all of that was unfruitful for me. So John Elliott said, well, the older trucks had a real stiff clutch, so you would destroy your knee if you did every time. These new ones are way softer. Gotcha. And Gary said, unfortunately, Zoomers don't know what a clutch is, even truckers. Hey, man. Yeah, there's I meant to teach my son how to drive my truck just so that I could teach him how to drive a stick, because all of our other vehicles are automatics, and so he only knows how to drive an automatic. My 18-year-old, and but he had no desire to learn how to drive the truck. He didn't want to learn how, and so I was going to force him to, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Dennis said he remembers the days before CB radios when drivers just rolled down the window and yelled at the next driver. Yeah. Here we go with both feet. Said, hey, Nick, your shirts are nice. Wearing one right now. That's cool. That's good, because they are just like a YouTube vendor. What is it? Spreadshirt. So I don't I don't have anything to do with like the quality control on that, which I hate, but at the same time, it makes it really easy for all of that just to be there, and I don't have to fulfill orders or do anything like that. I feel like I got enough on my plate without having to run like a merch shop too. Um, so yeah, that's good to hear that it's comfortable because yeah. There we go. Curtis said, Callie in the house. Hot Rod Dave, I'm in an auto now, and it's kind of weird. I keep forgetting to push the D button after I release the brakes. That was also one of the things. That is that the push button thing always I wanted. I don't know. Like one of them had a like a gear, like a little shifter thing that you could use, and I liked that one. I forget if that was like a Volvo or what brand of truck it was that I drove that had that, but I haven't driven very many of them that had that. So D-Boy Trucker 80, did you get the alignment after all? That was probably the worst part about today. I spent all my time looking for a load, trying to book a load, trying to build out my week so I could figure out where I'm going, what I'm doing, so that I could plan to get my alignment done when I get back. And all of that time, I probably could have got my alignment done today but that's what it is when you dispatch yourself, man. You can't, like, you kind of got to be on the load boards first thing in the morning. Like I was on the load board at 6:45 in the morning, and then it kind of kicked me out and shut down a couple times, and DAT was having problems. So I was like watching the load count go from like 200 loads down to like 140 loads, down to like 90 loads, down to 80 loads. And so I was kind of frustrated and all of that. So I should have gone and just, in hindsight, if I would have known that was how the day was going to go, I would have just taken my truck in, gotten the alignment done, and we would have been onto the load boards this tomorrow morning. But yeah, Dennis said brokers be broke. I talk about that in my video that I'm going to have tomorrow. Today I talked about that a little bit when I was recording. I'm like, man, these guys, like, there's some double brokering going on, guys. It's hectic out here. These guys are trying to survive this freight market too, because you'll see broker A post a load for a good rate, right? And then I clicked over to search for like a backhaul for that load, and I was like, yeah, I think I can find a load in that market. So I went back to the previous search and I looked for that load. It was gone, and I'm like, man, that sucks. Well, then the same exact load, or what looks like the same exact load, obviously they don't put all the information there, so I can't compare like pickup numbers and all of that, but like the same pickup time, date, the same delivery date, the same markets, all of that stuff is all the same. What I can see is the same, and except the rate. The rate went from 1,700 down to 1,100, and now it's a different broker, a little brokerage. And I'm like, man, these guys scooped up that load with a trucking company that they're connected with, funneled it over to their brokerage. Now they're trying to broker out this load that they got for like $4 a mile, $4.25 a mile, and they're trying to cover it for like $2.25 a mile, because these guys are trying to stay in business themselves. So yeah, that's kind of, I really do think brokers be broke sometimes. Depending on the brokerage, really depending on the brokerage. Not all brokerages do that kind of stuff, but we know that there's some shady ones that do. So what do you use to film your videos? This right here, it's a Samsung Galaxy, and pretty much all my video gets taken on that. That is most of it. Here we go. You got to know how to float gears. How else you going to ride with your foot up on the dash? Exactly. People be seeing me like this, I'm just like cruising, and they're like, man, he's in an automatic. No, I'm not. I'm in a 13 speed. I just floating down the road. Float like a butterfly, float like a butterfly. Was that a thing? Yeah, I'm floating like a butterfly. John Elliott said, why did you get your breathers painted versus getting chrome? Because I wanted to. Is that it's a simple enough answer, I guess. It's just, that's how I like them. I don't know. I just built the truck how I wanted it, how I liked it. There's a lot of different ways you can do up a truck that would look good. I don't think that that's the only way that a truck looks good, but I like the old school breathers look. Kirk, hey Nick, enough time off. I sure hope that truck is polished up and ready to go back to Hatfield and King of Prussia. I think I'm going to try and stay out of Pennsylvania for a while, man. It's I mean, it's nothing against you, Kirk. All right, nothing against you. No, I'm trying. I'm trying some different. Trying to figure out my lanes that I want to run, and it's proven to be a little bit more difficult. But yeah, I'm gonna try and stay out of there. And no, the truck's not polished. We had stuff going on this weekend, so it sat and collected dust, and then now we got to get back in it and run it to make some money. But let's see. Hot Rod Dave said I'm on a Mac. Dennis Humphrey and said KW and Pete's have floor shifters. Okay, those are those pedestals, huh? Those pedestals that come up off the floor, and they have the. I think that's what I've seen. But I remember one being on the dash for some reason. I don't know why, but let's see. I think even NASCAR is clutchless now. That's crazy. I kind of wondered though, because some of those guys, I'm like, how is that, man? How I don't understand that. So Maurice, how about you, Nick? Checking in from Tallahassee, Florida. Man, how's it going? I was gonna say something about that LSU game, man. That was a good game. You guys, Florida State took care of business, but I don't know that just because you're in Tallahassee necessarily means you're a Florida State fan. But you know, that's neither here nor there. But hopefully you are a fan because that was a good game. With both feet taken off, he says he's going to take a nap. Short notice run at 11 p.m. Nice. Well, yeah, get some sleep. Kirk said, Beast of Logan says, please get her cleaned up, Nick. Time to change your ways. Yeah. I'll be honest, man. I'm a busy dude. Beyond what I do on YouTube, beyond what I do running my own business, there's more to me than just those things. So my wife and I celebrated our 19th wedding anniversary on Friday night and Saturday. And then my son came back on Sunday to visit. He's only been gone for like 2.5 weeks and he has to come back and visit. I'm like, man, you're homesick, aren't you? He's like, oh, I just miss my bed. I've been he's been sleeping on a full-size bed since he's been in high school. And now he went to college and he's on a little narrow twin. And he's like, he misses his bed. So Kevin said, I used to run 18 gears with raw milk surge. I'd like to see other aspects of the industry or plans for your truck or trailer as in repairs or custom parts, like the tires part of the previous video. Yeah, I try not to show people that because I end up getting more hate for whatever maintenance I do or didn't do in time or because I'm dumb about one thing or another. So I got tired of it. I got tired of showing people the maintenance part of stuff because everyone has an opinion about how I should do things and what I should do and what I should have done. And I get tired of hearing it. Bob Williams said, I trucked for over 50 years before I retired. And if I would have double clutched all the miles, I probably would have had a big knot on your knee. You probably would have had to amputate that thing, Bob. You would have had to just chop that thing off at the thigh and yeah, run it on a peg leg for the rest of your life. Let's see. Ozzy said, I asked my friend if he still lives in California. He said, yes. I asked him, when's the last time you were in the USA? That's funny. I misread that. But you said, you asked your friend if he still lives in California. He said, yes. So I asked him, when's the last time you were in America? That for some reason, America makes me read it better. But yeah, that's kind of funny. It is different. But if you knew California, like where I lived in California before, there's a lot of similarities to other parts of this country. Not everyone is LA and San Francisco, and that's not everyone. That California is not exactly like that. So what's up, Chris DeSemph? How is it going? Dennis said, I want to thank you for giving old retired drivers a chance to relive our driving memories. You know, it's funny. I always thought I would be, like most people that would get something out of my channel would be like the young guys that are coming into trucking. I didn't have any idea that, because you're not the only one. There's quite a few of my of my subscribers that are retired truckers, and they're like, man, they miss it. I mean, it gets in your blood, and I know how that is. I think about not trucking sometimes, and then when I'm out of the truck for like, I don't know, a little while, then I think I just want to get back in the truck, man. That's it. That's it. Let's see. Bill said it may not be double brokered. It may be the shipper has put it out to multiple brokers to bid on, and the cheap guy gets the load. That is possible. That is possible. It's just the timing of it being on the load board for this other brokerage, and then it disappearing, and then a small mom and pop brokerage kind of showing up with the same load. I mean, it happened to me with like a one pick 5-drop load last week. And I know that these brokers are hurting, especially, like, I mean, a year and a half ago, right? The pie had grown to such a size. We were moving so much freight in this country that anyone who jumped in could stay in business and be successful. Well, now the pie has shrunk, and, guys like me are stuck out on the outside. And there's brokers that are stuck out on the outside too. And so they're going to try and do whatever they can to stay profitable and stay in business. So let's see. What phone mount do you use in your truck? I have a Scosche. It's a Scosche mount, but it's made for off-road. So it's a little more durable. I've had it for about a year, I think. And it just recently started kind of like falling off sometimes. It kind of like slides down when it gets hot because there's like a little bit of adhesive and suction, but like it starts sliding down the windshield when it gets really hot. And obviously it's been pretty hot. So, yeah, so that's the one. It's Scosche though. Scosche, Scosche. And don't get the normal ones. Get the off-road caliber ones. Damon Harvey is in the house. What is going on, Damon? It has been too long since you checked in, bro. Too long. Hope everything's good up there in Sacktown. 115. No, I do not miss it. That we covered that earlier. We covered the weather earlier because I was like, man, it is so hot out west. I got friends and family out there still, and that's miserable. That is seriously miserable, and no thanks, man. Don't miss it. But anyway, we had low 80s and a little drizzle of rain in the middle of the day, so it wasn't too bad. Gary said, Dennis Humphrey, so true, but us old timers did have several manual logs. I have to say, when I learned how to drive truck, I learned from a guy who had a log under the seat and a log in the door at all times. So that was the guy that taught me how to drive. And yeah, those days are gone, man. Those days are gone. Here we go. Sloan Trucking TV said, done getting loaded. Time for me to head back to the Midwest. Cool, man. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate you. Let's see. John Elliott said, I grew up around bull haulers, so I'm used to all the chicken lights and a lot of chrome. To be clear, I think your truck looks slick. I like to hear why other drivers do up the trucks the way they do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just like I like the old school look of those painted air breathers with the chrome cake tops. I like them. I like it like that. So those phantom loads draw drivers to take the load because of fear they will be stuck in one region. Yeah, Dennis, there's definitely some of that going on. There's some stuff. There's some stuff going on, man. It kind of just, I think it's par for the course when the market gets to be like this. There's a lot of little games going on. Everyone's trying to get the upper hand and, stay in business, man. Blackhawk, New Zealand, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. A friend of mine works for CSX Railroad, and apparently they are talking about going on strike. Do you think that will boost the market if they do? I don't know, man. DIY, what do you think about that? If DIY is still in here, maybe he would have more input into like rail and the impacts of rail to trucking. I mean, I would assume maybe it would have an impact, but I don't know. I mean, this typically is the time of year where we're starting to move stuff for Christmas. But I've heard from some people that they've been moving Christmas stuff since July. So it may not be like a big peak season for general freight. Curtis said 114 in Reading today unloading oil. Yeah, man, that's silly. That's silly. Damon, good to see you too, man. Rogelio Ocon, he said, "This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine." What is it? I'm nothing without my rifle. What is it? It's yeah, I know what movie you're talking about though. There's some really funny lines in that movie. There's some really, really, really funny lines in that movie. Let's see. DUI semi, American trailer trucking. Greetings, Velox 18. What's going on, DUI? Oh, man. Let's see. If freight is not moving by rail, it will have to move by truck. Yeah, Hot Rod. I mean, I agree. I just don't know how much CSX impacts everybody. Like how much freight do they move, and is it going to be like a national strike? Is it going to be localized? I don't know how much I'm gonna do that. Full Metal Jacket. That's what it is. Yeah, that is what it is, man. I knew that. I just sometimes when this camera's on and I'm reading comments and I got my brain, I can't like reach back into the files of my brain to remember certain stuff when I'm on a live show because I'm trying to do too many things at once. I'm overheating. Got too much going on. And Rogelio said it is hot in Ontario. I wonder what it is in the Inland Empire. What'd you say it was in Paris? It was like 110 in Paris. So Ontario is probably similar to that. Arthur Reese said, "Hey brother, I always watch your vids and just chugging reminds me when I was driving. I have eye problems now, sadly, and been out for a year now. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad. I mean, there's worse things than having to change careers out of trucking right now and in this time in trucking because it's not as much fun this year as it was last year. I'll say that. Sterling, what's going on, man? Delivering to San Leandro tomorrow. Hope they don't shut the power off. Yeah, man. At least you're going to be over there, over that hill and kind of in a little bit cooler area usually. The Oakland area gets a little cooler over there. So let's see. Dennis, do you love the smell of diesel in the morning? Yeah. Actually, I don't love the smell of diesel. I like the smell of gasoline though. Cassius King said, "This is normally the time of year we're moving Halloween candy. It's already in the stores. I don't think there's going to be much of a holiday rush. Hopefully I'm wrong." Yeah, Cash. I mean, I just take my cues from you guys that have been doing it for years and years. And it seems like since I started it, a year and a half ago, everyone's like, "This isn't how it normally is." And at first it was way too busy. And like, this isn't how it normally is. And there was no peak season. It just was like, it just stayed up and it was just up here for months. Right. And then February came and it was like, okay, now now we're down and there's nothing. We're all kind of struggling. It's not doing its normal routines. So I try to listen to you guys when you tell me what's going on or what's going to happen, but everyone's been a little off since the whole COVID thing messed everything up and inflation and $1 trillion bailouts and all that stuff. So 115 in Bakersfield. Yeah, Hot Rod Dave said cash is king. I think there's a stockpile on stuff like that. I think we got candy warehouses out here somewhere just stockpiling that stuff. Sterling said, dude, it's 105 at home in Fallon, Nevada right now. I moved a bunch of Christmas stuff for Costco 2 months ago. Yeah, Sterling. Okay, 2 months ago. So that's July, right? That's what I'm saying, man. Moving stuff in July for Christmas. That's nuts. Joe Hicks said, hey, I haven't introduced myself yet. Been following you for a few weeks. If you ever roll 44 through St. Louis and run out of hours close to the 272 yardstick, look me up. All right, Joe. John said, to be honest, I'm still moving late 4th of July branded freight. you guys you guys fell a little bit behind, man. You guys fell a little behind. A little behind. At least some of that, yeah, anyway, never mind. I was going to make a dumb joke. I've been, D-Boy Trucker 80 said, I've been doing trade show, convention center freight since 2001. This trade is booming except when the pandemic hit. Yeah, I got an offer to go try and help a guy kind of do some stuff, and he was a broker that had some connections trying to build a team to do a bunch of stuff, and it was just kind of like the how long I would have to be gone from the house and kind of what he wanted, because he wanted to kind of use the YouTube channel to kind of promote his thing that he had going and stuff. So it was a little bit like I didn't know if I wanted to take my business and my channel down that direction. It just kind of, I don't know. I was just kind of I thought it might be difficult for me to kind of pull out of that because it was going to be a big commitment. So I just got home from work, tuned in and hanging out. Yeah, it's a little later over here in Tennessee. So it's 7:20 out here in Tennessee. And I wanted to go live before Cash is King goes live, because Cash is King is going live in 39 minutes. So we will be jumping off of here before Cash goes live, because I don't want to be stepping on his toes. He set his what did he scheduled it. He scheduled his live earlier today. So I saw that and I thought, well, I might as well, if I want to go live, I should go live sooner. And that way everyone can go over and watch DIY tonight at 8 p.m. Central, which would be 6 p.m. Pacific, which would be 7 p.m. Mountain and 9 p.m. Eastern. Boom. I just translated it for each of you guys. Congratulations. I'm starting to learn the time zones. Let's see. Tommy Kramer said, greetings from Illinois. How's it going? It's going good, man. It's going good. Jason LaRoche said, hello from Michigan. Keep up the great content. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Concepcion said, yeah, gasoline. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I don't know. It just yeah, it smells good, man. It smells good. DUI Semi said, is freight trucking as cool in person as he plays on YouTube? Well, the character he plays on YouTube is a little different, but no, yeah, he's a pretty authentic dude. I think that that's what like we like about each other is you kind of get what you get, whether it's on YouTube. I mean, YouTube is YouTube, so you don't maybe share everything that you would share off camera. But at the same time, as far as like how he acts and stuff is pretty consistent. And yeah, I mean, that was just the first time we've ever met in person. And we've talked on the phone just a couple times before that, a few times. So I'm getting to know him, and he's a cool dude, man. Cool dude. If Faith's still in here, don't let him hear any of that. You got to plug your ears. I can't say only nice things about you. I gotta act like one of the cool kids and make fun of you, so I can fit in with DIY and Cash. Give you a hard time about everything. I gotta give you a hard time, man. Manny said, how long did you do power only loads before you bought the current trailer? The channel is awesome. Thank you. I did those for like 2 months, 3 months, and then maybe 2 months. I think it was like I thought, oh, I'll just do power only. And then when I saved more money up, and then I was like, dude, I need to get a trailer now. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to save any money up. So I just bought the trailer on credit like I did the truck. I hadn't planned on doing that. I thought maybe I could stack some more money up doing power only, but power only was so difficult to string loads together to make it make sense. Especially like if you're in Southern California, it kind of works out because there's loads that go north and then they want the trailer back down south, and then you can usually get a what they call a loadout. So you can use the trailer to get a load to go back down, deliver it, and then take the trailer over and go drop it off at whatever trailer pool they want you to drop it off at. So some of that, some of that is good in Southern California. But if you're in Northern California, you're like always trying to find, I don't know, it gets to be kind of difficult. But yeah, so I needed a trailer and I got one like 2 months, I think. D-Boy Trucker 80 said, no broker. We deal directly with clients, so it pays well. That works. That works cool, man. That's the kind of stuff that, that if people are going to run, if a customer is willing to deal with that, they're probably paying a little less than they would pay to a broker. But at the same time, it just eliminates like someone else to kind of, how crap rolls downhill. Well, that's the same way it happens in these situations. If something does go wrong, brokers love to pin it on the truck drivers. They love to. So let's see. This is John from Memphis. Enjoy your content. Owner up here as well. Cool, John. Appreciate you tuning in. The Castle Hill Hauler said, dude, love the channel. Thank you. Thank you very much. Goblin 2004 said, greetings from St. George, Utah, the old stomping grounds. I used to run up into St. George all the time with cheese out of Hilmar. Let's see. Yeah, D. Torres said, I could use a mean tweet and cheap gas. Yeah, right. Couldn't we all? Goblin said, do you follow Trucker G and his wife? I feel like I've watched him once or twice before, but I don't think I'm subscribed to him because I haven't seen his content in a while. So I may need to go and look him up. D-Dub Transport, hello. What's going on, man? What is going on? Tommy Creamer said, ever thought about pulling carnival rides to make extra money? I hadn't, man. I hadn't thought about being a carny. But does that count as being a carny if you're just the truck driver? But I feel like I've met guys who are carnival truck drivers who set up the rides and then operate them during the thing too. It's like a whole big thing. Like they're the guy. But I don't know. Yeah, Gary said, ever consider running a flex hose from the trailer to the cab, free AC? I actually have thought about that. I'm like, how? I mean, we got drain holes right at the front. Like, what's to keep me from just putting a couple little hoses up in there and pulling some AC out of that reefer? I've thought about it on some of those hot nights for sure. Adam said, they ain't gone. I'm driving illegal almost every day. I drove from Crest Hill, Illinois to Newark, California in 2.5 days, 700 plus, then 935, then 387. What's up? All right. You just put that out on YouTube for everyone to see, man. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep the illusion of compliance. Sterling said, Nick, have you done any other trucking than reefer? Yeah, we were talking earlier. I did some tanker work. That was what most of what I did. I did some containers. I did dry van. And I did agricultural doubles trailers, grapes, and then tomatoes. So, yeah, man, that's most of what I've done. Unigroup, I was thinking about contracting the Kenworth with. So Unigroup is okay. Gotcha. Who's going to drive that Kenworth? That's what I want to know. What made you move east, bro? I was following you and had a break from YouTube. Then boom, you're on the East Coast. Yeah, we had been talking about it for a long time. Just for the family, just wanted to be somewhere where we could buy a little bit of property. We have an acre and a half. Wanted to be able to afford a house that was big enough for my family. We were crammed into a 1,400 square foot house, which is plenty big, or should have been, but I kept having kids. So 1,400 square foot house just wasn't cutting it for 4 kids. And we hadn't ever bought a house. So we were renting in California, and we were just like, man, let's just go and let's get some property out in Tennessee. And my wife's family, her parents moved out here a few years back, and her brother married a girl from out here. So she's got roots here. And then we all just kind of figured that's a pretty cool place to live. So let's go and do it. So Phil McMurray said 1:15 in Los Banos today, about 25 minutes from Delhi. Ready to come back to Cali? Nope. Yeah, thanks, Phil. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, there you go, Amzol. You edited that better. Unigroup is who I was thinking about contracting the Kenworth with. That's cool. Matthew from St. Louis, what's up? What is going on, man? Bob Bartholomew, hello from Yuma. Not a trucker, but enjoy your videos. That's awesome, man. I'm always fascinated by people who aren't truckers who enjoy my videos, because I always just assumed everyone who watched my videos would be truckers, but never considered that there might be people who find it fascinating, the whole trucking world and stuff, that want to. Oh, Amsoil. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I said I'm wondering who's going to drive the truck. You said I'd like to know that too. That makes funny. Okay, Sterling said old Reefers used to have an inspection door on the front. Great opportunity to run that cold air into the cab unless you haul something dank. Yeah, that would not be good. Rolling some of that something a little smelly. I wouldn't want to run that up into the sleeper. Joe Hicks said, yes, you should look up Trucker G. Him and his wife are good people, and he is very knowledgeable about trucking, 30 plus years, and he likes to help younger drivers out. That's good. That is awesome. That's why I follow all the guys I do on YouTube. And that's why I make sure to tell people that I'm not one of those guys. Like I've been driving for 8 years now. Bought my first truck a little over 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And I've had this truck for a year and a half, and I'm not that guy. I don't got diesel running through my veins. I love trucking. I married into trucking. My father-in-law's, my wife's family is a family of truck drivers. So I've grown to love it, but some of these guys that grew up around it and then went into it themselves and all of that kind of stuff kind of puts, actually, I think it's 7 years. Yeah, I think it's 7 years, Jess. Right? Because it was 2015, right? Or was it 14? No, it was 15. Yeah, it was the summer of 2015. So it's only been 7 years. Whatever. But yeah, back to what Joe was saying. So I always try to send people over to other channels to learn everything from all those guys, because I just don't have all the knowledge. I'm not a mechanic. I can't. I'm not that guy. So I'm not a teaching channel. I stay away from teaching because someone always wants to disagree with you anytime you try and teach them anything. So I send people over to DIY Semi, to Cash is King. I send them over to other channels and just say, hey, you guys go learn from them, because that's who I'm learning from as we speak. I'm learning this and I'm showing you guys what I'm learning. And so maybe you're learning from me, but hopefully you're learning as much from my mistakes as you're learning from, the things I'm doing well. So that's kind of my thing. So yeah, trucking Tennessee with Velox 18. Yeah, I dropped the location off there, just trucking with Velox 18, because you never know where I'm going to be now. You never know if I'm going to be here, if I'm going to be there, if I'm going to be anywhere. Larry Bird said 2 service calls to Grapevine belts and U-joint. What fun. I'm assuming you're a mechanic or a tow truck then, huh? That's hot weather keeps you busy. I'm sure of it. There you go. I'm standing in Castlewood State Park. Joe Hicks, you're outside in a state park and you're watching me on YouTube on a live show. That's silly. No, I'm joking. Robin's Trucking said, hello from Elizabethton, Tennessee. Nice ride you got. Thank you. Appreciate it. And where is Elizabethton? I'm still learning my home state here. I don't know exactly where that is. Seems like maybe it's a small town. I don't know. Big Rig CEO said Midwest Reefer Freight has some really good markets. Illinois, Wisconsin, Missouri, Arkansas, Kansas are going to be your strongest rates. Indiana is starting to finally come back. Yeah, it's just a matter of trying to get there. I almost went out to Kansas today, but that was another one of those ones where I took too long. I was kind of hemming and hawing about the rate, trying to figure out what I could get out of Kansas to see where I could go from there. And then, and then it didn't. Someone else scooped up the load, so. Jessica said she was too busy having kids to keep track of how many years I've been trucking. Yeah, I don't think you're responsible for. I mean, you are my memory in every other phase of life, but I think I got to try to remember my trucking stuff on my own. I think that's part of the gig. Let's see. Charlie says, since I found your channel, you have inspired me to be more positive. Thank you. I'm with Landstar and love what I do. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I definitely try, even on bad days, to keep like a big picture mindset where it's like, man, stuff happens, man, and tomorrow's gonna be have its own challenges and problems, and try not to let the negativity steamroll you, because I've been that guy, even in trucking, where it's like you start having kind of bad day after bad day, and then you just kind of start dealing with, I don't know, all that crap. Oh yeah, thank you, Jessica. She said also, I call Martin. That is true. When I have a question about trucking, I call Martin from Trucking Together, and I send people to all those channels. I'm like, yeah, go learn from those guys, man. Don't hold me to the teacher status, because I'm not a teacher, man. I'm not. I don't know a lot of what I'm doing. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. So let's see. NRT Trucking said, killer channel, learned a lot from you, so thanks. Well, I'm glad that you can learn from my experience. Dude. All right. We're getting rid of these bugs one at a time. I got my little light on. I think it's attracting bugs over here. Sterling said, good seeing you, Nick. Keep up the good work on the channel. Time to barbecue. Oh, what are you cooking, Sterling? What are you cooking? I got to hear that. I got to hear what you're cooking. Larry said he is a mechanic. Okay. Yeah, these 115-degree days down there on the Grapevine probably keep you way busy. Way busy. I bet there's gators everywhere from people throwing tires. I guarantee that. Yeah, just he learns from Martin not to haul onions on a flatbed. Exactly. Ozzy, he said, what about runs to Florida? Seems to pay okay. So that is most of what's on the load board from Tennessee, is loads going down to Florida. And the problem is there's nothing coming out of Florida for a good rate. And then you come up into Georgia, and all the trucks that kind of do that run that come back up into Georgia infiltrate they fill up the Georgia market to overflowing. So there's too many trucks in Georgia, so the rates out of Georgia are kind of suppressed. So you kind of got to make a killing to make it worth it to go down into Florida. That's just kind of the way it is. So Tommy Creamer said, I like Trucking America with Velox 18. Yeah, it was a good one. Yeah, okay, Adam's saying the same thing I said. Can't get back out of Florida. Exactly. Have I visited Haggai? I haven't, but I guess I should say I don't want to, because that would mean something's going on with my my X15. But I definitely will go to them when I have need for a mechanic like that. Donald, what's going on? He said, hey, from hot Barstow, California. That's what we've been talking about, man. The terrible heat wave in California, and how I'm glad I'm out here in the humidity. Goblin said, do you have regular runs or just get what you can? Now that I'm here in Tennessee, I'm just running the spot market, man. I'm just running the spot market. And so, yeah, I'm just getting whatever I can off the load boards. Adco said, do you use the cat scale app at all? No, I don't scale my loads that often. And now that I have my Blue Ink Tech scales on there, I'll probably scale even less often. But Yeah. Let's see. Gary said Jacksonville has some decent rates. Yeah, and being further north in Florida, you don't have to go all the way down into Florida, and then bobtail is far and all of that. So let's see. Big Rig CEO said, I've been in the reefer game for a minute. If you want to talk strategy sometime, I can probably help you streamline things, make more, home more. That's the goal, man. Make more, home more. That is definitely the goal. Did the Bears load pay? Good. All those drops. It paid okay, but anything going from Pennsylvania into Tennessee doesn't pay great. And with the extra drops, it just paid what it should pay anyway, basically. Basically. So Jason Hunter, should I leave SoCal before I start my trucking business? Man, that's hard to say. The timing on things is tough right now. I don't know what to tell people because I don't know what's going to happen in the next week, the next month, the next year. I have no clue what's going to happen with this economy. I don't know, man. It's really tough. I could say that my my experience of like getting connections in California and then moving right when like freight started to go down has made it harder to make connections out here. So like maybe starting out from the bottom, you kind of you might want to be where you're going to be, when you start your business, because then you can then whatever connections you make and whatever you build will be there for you for the future. Because I moved out of California and I left all my connections behind, and I hadn't made a ton, but I did make some, and they were paying off for me. I mean, I handed one of those contacts off to a friend of mine, so he's running the same connection, running the loads for them over there. So he's doing good over there with that, but those ones are sporadic. Those ones weren't the better. The better connection was a different connection, and I wish I could keep that one, but be out here. There's Tropicana down in Bradenton, Florida. You can pick up. Okay, that's it's just a matter of how much it pays, man. And they know when the loads aren't going to be good. Like they know when there's too many trucks in Florida, when the rates should be down, and they hit you, man. They hit you with the rates in Florida. So there might be tons of loads, but if there's tons of trucks, then it doesn't matter. They still don't pay. D-Dub said, leaving Burley, where we picked up on my way to Utah with a load of taters. I like that. I like it. I love the nasty Cisco in Jacksonville, Florida. I don't want to know why you love it. That's good. That's good. Yeah, D-Dub said got $4 plus to go down to Utah. All right. I like it. Jessica saying goodnight. She's saying goodnight to everyone. It's fun for me to hear how much y'all love my man. He's a hardworking man and cares about his YouTube peeps. I do. Probably too much. John Elliott, no, and thank you for the reminder on that, but I haven't done it. I was telling people earlier, like I've got so much going on in my life that little things, I don't have the time for them. I overlook them. I'm not a detail guy. I'm really not. I'm a big picture guy. So it's hard sometimes for me. I know some of you it gets under your skin when I don't, wash the truck with my free time, or I don't do that with my free time, but I don't have a ton of free time. And then the free time I do have is dedicated to the priorities I've set in my life with my family and that kind of stuff. So I don't have the diesel in my veins lifestyle trucker where every waking moment is about trucking. And then however I can squeeze my family in there, I squeeze them in. It's like, I try to be a dad and a husband. And then I definitely see trucking as like a lifestyle, but it's my career. It's like a chosen lifestyle. It's not like I I have no choice about it. So anyway, I don't know how I got onto that subject when you asked me about a window switch, but that's what it is. Here we go. There's a good question. Goblin said, is it more profitable to lease on with a company or run with your own authority? Trucker G just rents his trailer. I'll say this. If you're planning to have more than one truck, having your own authority is the only way to go. But if you're going to be a one truck owner operator, if you can find someone good to lease on with, who can keep you busy with, who has good freight connections, where you're going to be rolling and making, you'll end up taking home just as much money. But some of your costs will be less as far as like insurance, plates. Sometimes it really depends on the place that you lease on with. So all of that is it. If you're going to stay with one truck, I would lease on. That's what I would do. Cash is King is going live in 15 minutes, and he's a lease operator. So I would definitely go check him out because he has he shares his weekly breakdowns, and he takes home more than I do most of the time. And I'm on my own authority. I'm supposed to, whatever, but it doesn't work out very often. Is complete college degree while trucking possible? I mean, I guess if you're doing online classes and stuff, it could be done, but it'd be tough, man. Like trucking takes a lot out of you. Trucking isn't your typical like 40-hour a week job. Trucking is not your typical 60-hour a week job, because even when you're working 60 or 70 in 5 days and 6 days, your time off isn't like going home and showering and have it like your routine is in the truck. So at least for OTR, if you're doing local, even local was hard for me because I was commuting a little bit. So it was just, I really only had like 8 hours at home, and 6 of it I had to spend sleeping, an hour to like take a shower and get something to eat at the end of my day, and then an hour to wake up and kind of get myself dressed and get ready for the day on the other end of it. And I'd sleep 6 hours a night. And I was home, I wouldn't have had time to do any homework or anything like that. But there's different types of trucking. It's one thing that I learned from my father-in-law is there's tons of different ways that you can do trucking, tons of different ways. And so you can do like Cisco and do like deliveries, Pepsi, Coke, Budweiser, that kind of stuff, where you do like deliveries. You start early in the morning, but you maybe work like 9-10 hours, and then you park the truck, and then you go home. And so it kind of depends, man. It really does. But I probably wouldn't bite off that amount. But I also forget what it's like to not have a YouTube channel also, because the YouTube channel takes it out of me too, to do all this stuff. Oh, that should be my my CV handle right there. Squeaky. What's up, Squeaker? What's up, Squeaky? Let's see. Yeah, Schumacher, he said family first trucking with Velox 18. I like it. Yeah, Detora said you need more queso loads, bro. El Hueso queso. Exactly, man. Exactly. El Hueso queso. Howdy, Nick. What's up, Matt? Trucking Reviews. Sup. Donald said, curious, what is your lightweight full of fuel? It is 36,000. No, 34,060 pounds. I think I might be switching those numbers. I forget. 36,040 or 3460. Because I can do a 45,000 pound load, so I don't think it's 36. Yeah, but 45 pushes me up into like some difficult territory there with my with sliding tandems around and all that kind of stuff. So anyone else got any questions? Otherwise, I will yield my time to give you guys a little break before you guys jump over and go check out Cash is King. Shoot, if Cash is in here, he should drop his link to his live in the comment section, which I haven't seen him comment in a while, so he may not be here. He may be getting ready for his live. But if you don't follow Cash is King, you should probably just go and search for him and follow him on YouTube, because he's a good channel. I've been watching him for a long time, and he's got some of the best stuff on YouTube for trucking, for learning about reefer, for learning about trucking, for learning about rates, lease operating, all that stuff. So John Elliott said, I've managed to get myself into home daily, and it's the best thing I've done in trucking. Yeah, man. Yep. I think one of those little bugs flew into my mouth. Yeah, honestly, home daily is good. It's just a matter of how much are you working, and how much time at home are you getting. So let's see. All right, everyone, anytime I say okay, it's time to end it, everyone always jumps in with some more comments. So we'll finish these off. We got 10 minutes before Cash starts, so I'll oops. I'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, let's see. How is school going for Gus? It's going good. It's going good. He's in a typical class with no special education emphasis or anything like that. So it's a little tough for him. So we may be adjusting that. But tomorrow is his IEP meeting. Kind of his meeting where we set up his education plan with this new district that we're in. So as of now, he's just been a normal, typical kindergarten student, and the teacher's is wearing her out. She's awesome. She's doing awesome with him, and we really mainstream classroom. Sorry, that's what it's called. Jessica had to correct me. Sorry, Jessica. I don't know all of the stuff like that, but anyway, so he's been doing good, but it will be good for him to get his IEP and kind of get us going in the right direction with school. You ever thought about getting a bigger sleeper if you keep going OTR? Yes. Yeah, that is that. If I'm going to keep going OTR, I have to get a bigger sleeper. Let's see. Crown Bakeries, shipping McDonald's dough, frozen, Hackworth. Yeah, I think I've seen some of that on there. Let's see. John Elliott said, been home since noon today. I like it. That's good. But normally I get back to the house no later than 3 p.m. Bill said, Amazon Freight and Partner does 3 days weekly, 13 hours per day, low pay though. Yeah, that's the thing. I kind of have, I'm kind of bougie. I kind of got a lot of money going out. So I got to have a lot of money coming in. But all right. You guys go check out Cash is King. He's supposed to start in 7 minutes live on YouTube. And I'll be honest, he's funnier than I am, way funnier than I am. So go over there and check out Cash is King, and go and watch his live, and make sure you guys all tell him that I sent you, so that he knows that I support him, because he was my first member to join the Velox partners, which I need to actually tell you guys, because a lot of you guys weren't here in the beginning. If you go down to like where the super chats are, there's like a little dollar icon down there in like the comment section. If you click on that, you can become a member. It's $2.99 a month. And the plan is that we'll do a members only. I might even wear a members only jacket to that, but a members only live like this, where you guys can interact with me on the chat, and where I don't skip your comments or take 40 minutes to get to them, that kind of a thing. So there we go. And DIY Semi said member number 2 for life. Exactly. So all right, go over there. I don't know if DIY is going to be joining Cash, but a lot of times he does on Cash's lives. So you guys go check out Cash is King. He's going to go live in a few minutes. Click on the little $sign and become members. And yeah, you guys will get all of the perks that come with being a member, including a little emoji of what's his name of the Fonz. Hey, all right, that's the one emoji I put on there that you guys. It's a custom emoji you can put in the chat. So anytime you guys want to put it in the chat, you guys can do the hey. So that is what it is. Is that what that is? Is that the AA? Is that how it comes out on my or does that little emoji I need someone to put that emoji in there so that I can see, is that how it comes through on here? It doesn't actually come through as a yeah, I think that's how it works. All right. That's not working out on my end so well. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. So down here in the regular, see on whatchamacallit. See, I didn't even know you guys were doing it that whole time. That now it makes more sense. All right, now okay, DIY did it. So hey, but that's how it looks on my on my whatchamacallit, StreamYard. Sorry, I don't know why I need to shut this down because Cash is King is about to start. So you guys go check out Cash is King. Love you guys. Peace.